going on, Scorpios? Welcome back to the channel, Elevated Spirits. It's Jazzy, your reader for today. This is going to be your week ahead. Timeless reading, whatever comes out, whatever spirit wants to talk about or discuss or make you aware of. All beautiful butterfly. Whatever you guys need to know at this time, that is what we're going to discuss. So we'll see what's going on for you guys for the week ahead for Scorpios. Yeah, I hope y'all are doing well, doing your best to stay hydrated, balanced during this time. It has been, I'm in Cali and it's hot as fuck. Like, y'all see this? Like, my son's been calling me a vanilla strawberry all day, so for obvious reasons, but yeah, it's super hot. I hope y'all can hear me okay. I did forget my AirPods coming out here today, but I needed to get outside. I couldn't do readings in the house. My room is like a sauna and it's not happening today. So the therapist, okay, so card 15, some of you may be at life path number 15. You may be born on the 15th, okay, and divine masculine is at the bottom. So some of you, I feel like this week Scorpios are, you know, maybe seeing a therapist. Some of you are a therapist, but more so I'm getting it's like some of you are doing some shadow work, maybe going within, getting to the root cause of, you know, something. Your card is the death card. Why do people need to be like right fucking here? Oh my God. Anyway, I feel like some of you are getting like to the root cause of, you know, your pain or your trauma. For those of you that, you know, resonate with that, because Scorpios are the healers of the bloodline. For those that didn't know, they are the healer of the bloodline. So that means that you guys, you know, your path essentially is going to be one of, you know, healing your lineage, right? So I feel like some of you are maybe seeing a therapist this week or discovering that you need to, okay, getting to the root cause of why you do something or why something happened, you know, kind of like maybe why you grew up the way you did, or your parents, you know, certain experiences that you've had. I feel like you guys are really doing some inner work on that stuff this week, okay? For some of you, it has to do with the divine masculine, like healing a father wound. For some of you, really, some of you might be a divine masculine. Others of you might be helping your own divine masculine heal through some of their, like, kind of like playing therapists, you know, like giving them a safe space to, you know, talk, to vent, to kind of filter through or sort through their feelings, their emotions, their experiences, things like that. So some of you may be doing that for someone, or that may be a space that someone is holding for you this week, okay? So let's see what's going on. What else is going on for Scorpios? So fucking, I purposely pick spaces where nobody is at, and then all of a sudden it's like, I get it. If your light is bright, people are gonna gravitate, but it's like, God damn it, I'm trying to fucking record. Y'all, my shadow has been popping all day. She's getting irritated as fuck. So 40, darkness. Okay, so yeah, I feel like some of you guys are going through a dark night of the soul, and you may be considering seeking therapy to help you. Patience is at the bottom here. So I feel like some of you are really doing some inner work this week. Really maybe feeling like you're in a dark place, but just know that that's where the magic lies, is in our darkness. Some of you are like doing shadow work or really facing your shadows this week. Some of you are being guided to do that. If you haven't been doing it, it's, you know, it's never going to be the perfect time, but it's always necessary to do that. So for those of you that maybe have been avoiding that, some of you may be kind of being pushed into, or kind of like catapulted into, doing some sort of shadow work or something. I feel like I said, some of you may be going through a dark night of the soul where maybe your path ahead isn't clear. You don't feel like you know where you're going. You may not have clarity to, you know, what the next step is, but this is also an opportunity for you to really get comfortable in that darkness. You know, if you have to be there, you know, allow yourself to find comfort, to find some sort of solitude within during this dark period. Okay, it all serves a purpose. It always does, and it's happening for a reason. So I feel like some of you are, you know, like I said, just maybe feeling like you're in a really dark place, but, you know, hang in there. Okay, if you need to reach out to someone, if you need someone to talk to, please do not, you know, just feel like you have to do all this work always by yourself. Like, I did a lot of my shadow work by myself, and my dark night of the soul and all that healing and shit, and it can be really, really rough doing it alone. And so it doesn't mean that it's not possible, but you don't have to do it that way. If that's just my journey, right? So I feel like some of you, if you're guided to, if you have a therapist, like some of us can't afford it, or we just, you know, feel like we can do it on our own. You know, me, I'm going a more holistic route. So I have kind of opted to do a lot of stuff by myself, for myself, just kind of showing myself my potential and what's possible. But like I said, some of you are kind of like maybe seeking, you know, therapy or going to a counselor of some sort to help you sift through maybe this dark period that you're facing. Like, you know, you represent the death. So some of you are like going through like an ego death where it just feels really, really dark. It feels really, really, maybe just really low at this time, where it's making it hard to see your way out. Maybe it's making it hard to really see the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, but you need to keep faith during this time as well, that you know, just because it's dark, you know, the sun always shines again. Even if it's dark for a few days, a few weeks, whatever that is, the sun will come out again, right? It's all temporary. Just certain seasons, right, last longer than others. So you just have to do your best to, you know, stay as grounded as possible during this time. Allow yourself to feel your feels as they arise, as they come up. Feel what it's trying to tell you, what it's trying to show you, okay? Because that's, like I said, where the magic lies. We're in the darkness, and the parts that we don't want to look at, in those parts of ourself that we tend to hide or suppress or push down. 555 on the timer is just, you know, I feel like some of you is just, it could be major changes that are happening right now, but it's for your benefit. Like I said, it may feel like a really dark period, but it's maybe coming up at this time because there's some things that are maybe dealing with your root chakra. For some of you, it's your sacral chakra, which is your chakra that governs your emotions, which is also your chakra of creativity, your chakra of manifestation, things like that. Your root chakra governs your money, that governs your stability, your sense of safety, security, which also houses painful traumas that we've held on to from childhood. So some of you, maybe those things might be coming up at this time. There may be some physical ailments that are arising at this time that you're like, where the fuck did this come from all of a sudden? It's never all of a sudden. It's an accumulation over time. So some of you are being guided during this time to really go within and do some maybe shadow work to figure out what is the root cause of whatever you may be experiencing at this time. Okay, so let's see what else is going on for Scorpio spirit. And I feel like for some of you too, you may be resonating with that, where your shadow may be popping off on people, and that could be an indicator that there needs to be some shadow work that needs to be done at this time. So we have peace that came in reverse. These cards really aren't read in reverse, but I'm going ahead and read it that way. Some of you are just maybe this week really having a hard time finding peace, finding solitude, finding you know, comfort in the discomfort. Okay. And yeah, there's something that I feel like is coming up for you guys at this time that you're needing to free yourself from, or that you're trying to free yourself from. Spirit is asking you to be patient though, okay? If there's anything that's being asked for you to look at, it's not having you look at it to hurt you. It's having you look at it to identify it. Once you acknowledge it and see, like, it's kind of like the same thing as when you walk in a dark room, right? And you're like, holy shit. And you have all these thoughts running through your mind about what is in that room. Whether it's like, is it monsters in here? What if it's a big snake? What if it's this? Or what if it's that? What am I going to see, right? And you turn on the light and you realize it's like butterflies and unicorns, or, you know, something just completely opposite of what you thought. It's like, that's, you know, it's like once you allow yourself to go in there and be brave, right, and flip on the light, once you put light on what is dark, it's not dark anymore. So I feel like some of you are being guided to do that this week, and that will be where, for those of you that are maybe having a hard time finding peace, maybe in your home, in your relationships, in your, just even within yourself, I feel like you'll find that in doing the shadow work, allowing yourself to go into the darkness of, you know, the parts of you that you don't want to look at, or the parts of you that, you know, other people have ridiculed or made fun of, or made you feel like, you know, were unworthy or unlovable, right? This is where Spirit is asking you to love on those parts of yourself a little bit more this week, okay? And if you need to talk to someone, reach out to someone, you know, even if like something I did with my best friend / sister, I told her that, you know, it seems like every time we talk, I always feel like I'm end up having to, like, not on purpose, but like I'm just guided to always like give her, you know, guidance and advice and what I feel like something means, because that's part of what I do, right? Just being, you know, a spiritualist, being a spiritual advisor myself, being a spiritual consultant, like it just kind of is natural that I start channeling when I'm, you know, it's kind of like part of my work. I've always been this energy of being like a counselor. I've been told that since I was a teenager, you should be a counselor. And the only reason I never pursued it was because I always felt like I would need my own counselor, because I was so empathetic. I would cry with people. Like if people, you know, are really going through something, at the time, I would pick up on their emotions and so easily be able to put myself in their shoes, where I would, you know, it's like it wouldn't benefit them by me crying with them, right? So I told her that, you know, if going forward, if there's ever a time where you just want to talk, you just want to vent, you don't need advice, you just need someone to listen to, let's come up with a word that when you say that word, when either one of us use this word, then we know from the other that, you know, we switch into that mode of just listening. We're just listening, holding space, just being there for, you know, as like a witness, right? And so I feel like for some of you, you might benefit from doing that as well. If you're finding it hard to really find peace or make peace with a situation that may be really dark, that maybe coming up for you, you might, if you have people that you can do that with, that can hold that space for you, where you guys agree on a certain word that you can use, like a safe word, right? That you could come up with, to where when you say this word, then they know that I just need someone to listen. You know, I don't need any advice. I don't need, you know, sometimes we just don't need that. And I, at the time, like, I didn't know before that came to me, before, you know, Spirit gave me that. It was just like, you know, it didn't dawn on me that sometimes we don't always need someone to try to fix it or give us a solution, right? I'm always solution based. So it's natural for me to turn to, okay, well, we get it. That's the problem, but how do we fix it? What's the solution? How do we get past it, right? And so I feel like some of you are, you know, really maybe having a hard time finding peace with something or making peace with something. And so that's what I'm saying. Spirit is saying, give yourself patience, okay? Be patient with this process, because for some of you, this has been years long worth of, you know, pain or trauma that some of you have been holding on to. For some of you, it's ancestral, meaning it's like embedded in your DNA, in your bloodline, right? And like I said, you guys are the healers of the bloodline. A lot of Scorpios don't even know that. So y'all go through a lot of shit. Y'all deal with a lot of shit, like hard, rough, heavy shit, right? And that's why. So then underneath the patience, we have release. Okay, so I definitely feel like, you know, you guys are definitely maybe doing some releasing this week, whether it's kind of provoked, or whether it's like, you know, initiated by you, or just kind of like happening. Some of you are definitely going through some releasing this week, okay, or needing to, right? If something's coming up, it's coming up to be released. So just know that, you know, even if it comes, like I said, coming like seemingly out of nowhere, it's coming up because it's time to identify it. It's time to look at it. It's time to address it. It's time to sit with it and accept what has happened. And, you know, that we're not there anymore though, right? Anything that happens, it doesn't mean that we bypass it and act like it didn't happen, but we do accept that this is what happened. It wasn't okay, but, you know, I did learn and I did survive it. I'm thriving, you know, and look and continue to look forward, right? There's always something to learn with that. So let's see what else is going on for Scorpios. That was deep, you guys. So let's see. It's maybe a really transformative, wow, showing up in your own reading. Welcome to your reading, Scorpio. Okay, transformation. So like I said, some of you, this is confirmation. Like I said, some of you are going through a dark night of the soul. Some of you, it's a major transformation that you're experiencing right now, and that's why maybe your life seems so dark, or it feels dark, where you're just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I just feel lost. I feel stuck. And some of you, that is the purpose, is for you to, you know, be okay with feeling like that. You don't always need the answer. We don't always need to, you know what the next step is. I learned that on my journey, that, you know, so that sometimes when you're just so like, I really don't know what to do. Like, I've tried everything and nothing seems to be working. And that's why, because sometimes we just need to get comfortable with just being where we are in the darkness. If that's where you're at, start learning how to be okay with being where you're at and being patient with the process. Sometimes that's the point in itself, is just to start being uncomfortable with not knowing what the next step is. Like me being a Virgo, it's normally necessary for me to know what the plan is. Where am I headed? Where am I going? What is the next step? What am I going to do? You know what I'm saying, about certain things, so I can prepare, right? Because that's the only reason why a lot of people stress, is due to a lack of preparation. We're only stressed about things that we're not prepared for. So I feel like for some of you, this is a week where you guys are being asked to just be, you know, okay in your darkness. Be okay with, you know, loving on your shadow some. You know, your shadow is there to protect you, so you can't never get rid of it. We're not supposed to get rid of it. You're supposed to integrate it, meaning that we allow it to show up when it needs to protect us, when it needs to, you know, fend for us. And, you know, we allow it to do that. But then, you know, when it's not necessary, we have the shadow chill. My shadow's been trying to protect me all fucking day. And I'm like, bro, calm down. Girl, calm down. You know, so I don't know. But let's see. Spirit, what else is going on for Scorpios for this week ahead? I'm going to get your cards out and then we'll clarify them. Beautiful. Ace of Candles. Okay. Let's see. What else? Yeah, I definitely feel like whatever's going on this week, you guys are going to come out better for it, because look, check it. The Fool and the Queen of Candles. So it's like you guys are, it's like once you come out on the other side of this, it's like you're going to feel so much more confident. I feel like you're going to be re-inspired. You guys are going to be ready to, you know, have a, you know, take a new start. Some of you are going to be ready to take some risks that you ain't never thought you would take before. Okay, I feel like it's just part of the process, that this is happening for you, not to you. And if you allow yourself to see your challenge or this dark period from that perspective, it won't feel as dark as it feels right now, because you understand that it's happening for your benefit and not your detriment. Okay, I feel like it's important for some of you to know that, because at the outcome here is the Queen of Candles. It's the Queen of Wands. So that's about Queen of Candles is being confident, being courageous, stepping into your power, taking action on your goals, dreams, your desires. Some of you you know, are having, you know, coming out on the other side of this transformation. I feel like some of you are going to feel so re-inspired, where, you know, where I feel like some of you are trusting the universe again, where if you haven't been trusting the universe, once you come out on the other side of this, I feel like you're going to see exactly why things happened how it did. And it's going to help you see, like, wow, you've had my back the whole time. Even if it didn't really feel like it in the moment, I feel like you guys are going to see why things happened the way it did, and the universe has always been there backing you. Okay, so let's clarify transformation. Spirit, why is it here for Scorpios for the week ahead? Why is transformation here, please? And we have the Chariot. Beautiful. So 3 major arcana so far. Okay, Chariot, that's Cancer energy. We have Scorpio energy. So some of you, this is happening to align you, to realign you. Okay, some of you, it's like once you come out on the other side of this, okay, you're going to be so victorious. I feel like some of you are going to feel so much more aligned to yourself, because you're going to, I feel like some of you are going to realize on the other side of this is that you were holding on to things that weren't even yours. Y'all were holding on to things and experience things that maybe were from your ancestral lineage that they couldn't take care of, that they couldn't maybe close out before they transitioned. So you signed up in this lifetime to incarnate, to, you know, take the baton, so to speak, and pass the baton type of thing, take it and, you know, finish where your ancestors left off. Okay, so I feel like some of you coming out on the other side of this is going to be so much, you're going to feel so victorious. I feel like you guys are going to feel like a whole brand new fucking person is what I'm getting here. And it's a beautiful thing. You know, you deserve to feel like that. Okay, so let's see, Spirit, what's the Ace of Candles? Why is it here for Scorpios for the week ahead? And y'all are deep, so I'm not surprised that this reading is deep itself. The Sun, I'm gonna have to like turn around. So we have suspension, Hangman. Okay, so I feel like some of you are being re-inspired, like I said, because you're allowing yourself to shift. You're allowing yourself to see things differently here. The suspension is the Hangman. That's about surrendering, you know, meaning you're letting go of the expectation. You're letting go of what you thought you knew about a situation or why something happened. Some of you, this is again about releasing, okay? Releasing, you know, the pain, releasing the experience. You know, it's over, it's done. You can't take it back. You can't go back and fix it, but you can, you know, take what it taught you. You can take the lessons. You don't need to take the pain. You take the lessons. Okay, did it hurt? Absolutely. Did it teach you something? Absolutely. And that's what we take. That was the point, right? We're humans we're spiritual beings having a human experience. So at the end of the day, we're meant to feel all the feels that come with being a human. Okay, so that sometimes encapsulated in all that involves pain, involves, you know, joy, happiness, sadness, you know, all the ins and outs, you know, the ups and downs, right? That's duality. We need both, right? You can't have one without the other. We need one to appreciate the other, right? And I feel like that's, like, for example, why for me, like being in Cali, like it never, like they say, it never rains in Southern California. You know, it doesn't really. So when it does, I love the rain. I've always loved the rain, but I love it even more because we don't get it too much. We don't get it too often. So like I said, that's why, you know, sometimes if it rained all the time, you would eventually hate it, right? You need to be able to switch it up sometimes. So I feel like some of you are being guided to, you know, some of you, that could be where this inspiration is coming from, where you guys are feeling so re-inspired because you've surrendered, because you finally allowed yourself to shift your perspective about a situation, about maybe your past, about maybe this dark period of your life. You're seeing how, you know, it's really making you, maybe forcing you to take some time to yourself, forcing you to go within, to get to reestablish that inspiration, to recharge maybe your batteries, to feel re-inspired. Okay, so let's see, clarify the Fool, Spirit. Why is it here for Scorpios for the week ahead? It's just so much going on all of a sudden. I don't understand it. 3 of Cups. Beautiful. So this is celebrating. Some of you are, it's like coming out on the other side of this. I feel like it's clearing out energy to make room for something brand new, and you guys are taking this risk and you're going to celebrate. I feel like you guys are preparing yourself to celebrate, you know, starting over, you know, having a brand new, like just feeling like I have a brand new start, like a brand new start at life, like a brand new lease on life. I'm, you know, hearing a brand new lease on life. Some of y'all, that's how you're coming out of this feeling this week. Okay. And it's, you know, you're celebrating. For others of you, this could definitely be, you know, some of you, this could be regarding a connection. Okay. A lot of major arcanas here. This is a very major time for you guys, but this could definitely be a reconciliation where you guys may be going, like you and your spouse may be going to a therapist, okay, to talk about your problems. All right. And maybe it just seems really that things are really dark, and maybe, you know, it feels like there's no peace, maybe no peace in your household. But I feel like once you guys, maybe something has to finally like actually close out and end, take a break, right, for you guys to have a brand new start. So for some of you, if this has to do with, let's say, a connection, you don't necessarily have to completely end the connection with someone, but I feel like something definitely has to stop in order, like you guys do have to, you know, something has to be completely, you know, started over, but from a clean slate. Like we have to, like, if we're going to start over, if we're really going to do this and have a brand new clean slate, we have to totally wipe out the past, act like, you know, it's like it never existed type of thing, and come really, really, truly start over. Meaning that when you get mad at each other, you can't try to bring up, see, you're doing that shit from before, blah, blah. Like we can't bring up nothing from the past. I feel like some of you, you know, maybe seeing a therapist about this. It could be a marriage counselor or something like that, where you guys are, you know, doing some type of work or getting some type of help to have a brand new start, to reconcile with your partner or your spouse and really do things differently. Okay. I feel like some of you may be realizing that you're bringing things from your past or from your parents' relationships, your grandparents or whatever, into your current connection. And I feel like it's causing problems. Okay. So for some of you, that's, you know, you're doing some shadow work where you're realizing, like, you know, this is the same shit my parents went through, or what I saw, what I witnessed as a child is playing out of your own experience. And I feel like some of you are being guided to look at that this week. And once you do that, I feel like it's going to inspire you to, you know, have a new lease on how you maybe do relationships, how you interact with your partner, how you guys communicate, you know, how you guys treat each other, right? Because you understand why, you know, why things are the way they are, right? There's something that needed to be healed there. There's something that may be carried over from a previous lifetime, or, you know, like I said, from your ancestral connection, or ancestral, you know, generational patterns or karma that you're carrying over in this lifetime to take care of. And once you do that, it's like it frees you from that to now have your own connection, that you're able to do things a lot differently than how you were raised or what you witnessed, you know, growing up. Okay. So let's clarify the Queen of Candles. Why is I hear Spirit for Scorpios? And we have the Four of Swords. Beautiful. So this is, I feel like some of you are feeling re-empowered. Okay. You guys are feeling back in your power, feeling stable, feeling, you know, confident, okay, because you've done some healing. Maybe some of you, this is, like I said, just recharging. Some of you have been going on, and I know Scorpios that work themselves to the fucking bone to ultimate burnout. Like they will work until till the universe puts them on their ass, literally, because they just won't, you know, they won't take a break themselves until the universe like forces them to. So I feel like for some of you, that could be what this is as well, by you taking this time to recharge and, you know, maybe shed a layer of yourself or a version of yourself. Like I said, some of you are just going through ego death, or like totally some type of, you know, transformation, spiritual awakening, whatever that might be for you. It's going to be different for all of you. I feel like it's like you're having this resurgence maybe of your confidence or your energy, because you've allowed yourself to finally heal something, let something go. Okay, that's beautiful. Master at the bottom, that's a devil. So for some of you, this is definitely attachments. It could be codependency, things regarding a mother figure. Okay, it could be a connection with the mom, or like a wife. Okay, someone, you know, maybe you have kids with. This could be like healing a mother wound, attachments to, you know, a mother wound. Okay, some toxicity surrounding a connection with your mom that some of you, I feel like, are maybe, you know, healing this week. Okay, and it's freeing you. I feel like some of you are finally identifying that, and it's freeing you from whatever this is. Okay, yeah, it's freeing you so you can manifest, because it's bringing in, it's like making room for what it is you're manifesting. All right, so let's wrap with what's some good stuff that Scorpios can look forward to for the week ahead. What's some good stuff Scorpios can look forward to? Spirit, what's some good stuff Scorpios can look forward to for the week ahead? Devil in reverse. I love that. These cards aren't even read in reverse, but the fact that it's in reverse, I'm taking it. take care immediately. Avoid temptation and deceit. So like I said, this is advice. I mean, this is what's coming towards you. Good stuff. So this is, I feel like you guys detaching, okay? Releasing some type of attachment, some type of toxic behavior, negativity, like I said, some type of codependency, whatever that is for you. This could definitely be your shadow, because the devil in the tarot represents your ego. It represents a shadow, and we already talked about that. I feel like you guys are definitely doing shadow work, and you guys are allowing yourself to release this week, where you're finally seeing, you know, the results of the work you've been doing, okay? Oh, they got horses, you guys. I'm gonna show you. They got horses. Oh. Yeah. Since they're, you know, being on my, you know, on my camera, might as well show you. So yeah, I feel like you guys are definitely releasing some attachments. This could also be, like I said, fears, things that have been, you know, that you've been fearful of because of things, you know, you experienced growing up, or things you were raised around, you know. Codependency on others. This could be addictions, toxic behavior, sex addictions, drug addictions, alcoholism, whatever, you know, all those things that we do in excess, that we don't have any type of moderation or control over. That is what the devil represents. So I feel like you guys are detaching from that this week. And that's really, really beautiful. That's what's freeing you, like I said, to allow in what you've been manifesting. Okay. Hell yeah. All right, Spirit, what else? Okay, Scorpio. A romantic or business opportunity is indicated, okay? So like I said, some of you, this is like by you doing this, releasing this, or healing this mother wound, some of you, it's like you're realizing that things that your patterns that your parents had, you came into this, you know, with, and it makes sense because you come through your mother's womb. That's where your root chakra is. So you come in with all the unhealed traumas and wounds that she's experienced as a child. You essentially come in with that energy. It's all energy. So when you coming through that space, you're bringing that energy into your life with you. So I feel like by you guys doing this work and allowing yourself to heal your shadow, you're essentially healing, you know, the bloodline from both sides, because we have the Empress energy here and also divine masculine energy here, okay, with proposal here. So like I said, I feel like some of you, it's like you're healing, you know, from both sides, or it's allowing you to come into union with your own divine counterpart because you've done the work internally, which is then aligning you to who it is you're supposed to be with. Look at the bottom, unity. Universal energy brings you opportunity and possibility, right? Opportunity and possibility. Okay. Hell yeah. One more, Spirit, for Scorpios. So this could be definitely a connection. This could be regarding business, whatever this is. Like I said, whatever it is you guys are having, like I said, a brand new beginning, some type of start, some type of fresh, you know, beginning that, you know, you're going to be celebrating. This could be, you know, working with people, networking, coming together, meeting with friends, going places. Okay. Look at this. Phoenix, be prepared to be renewed after a period of crisis, and then wish your heart's desire is ready to come true. Okay. Like I said, underneath freedom is manifestation. All right. So, you know, like I said, it may hurt. Okay. It may be a little painful to release whatever this is. It may feel dark. You may not feel at peace doing this. But like I said, on the other side of this is victory. Okay. On the other side of this is you stepping back into your confidence, feeling yourself, feeling, you know, sexy, feeling, you know, empowered, inspired again, because you've done the healing. You've done the work. Okay. Whatever that is, you know, you've done it. So congratulations, Scorpio. I love y'all so much. If you enjoyed this reading, if you got any insight from it, if it helped you at all, I'd really appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you have not. It's just a beautiful and free way of supporting the channel and the work that Spirit and I do together on your behalf. So I appreciate y'all so much, and until next time.